Greetings all, Benny Reese West. Just going to look at uranium. Probably not a great deal to discuss this week, but looking at this, the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust, I mean, this has obviously been a standout this week in the uranium space, but what this is demonstrating to me and what I'm looking for in the other stocks is looking for the change of character. Okay, so basically just that we get a rally, a pullback that doesn't break the low, and then we break the high. So we get, the very basic start of an uptrend. So we've got that in the Sprott Uranium Physical Uranium Trust, and the volumes, it's not great, but there's obviously been some buying going on in here. Not huge amounts of volume, but there hasn't been any sellers in the way to stop this rallying. So that's sort of flown in the face a bit of the general market, and a lot of the other stocks haven't done that. But this change of character is what's really what I'm looking for at the moment. So this isn't going to be very long because, like I said, I don't think there's a great deal to discuss. This candle it's okay for now. I don't think there's anything too sinister in it. But definitely this just general pattern of just, a higher high and higher low. That's what I'm looking for. So can we see it in some of the other stocks? Well, just looking here at URA, we've got the start of it, but we don't really have it yet, do we? So we came up here, we've come down, we've held this low, but we're yet to break this top. So what I want to see, obviously, is just this top broken, this double top here broken, and that will set up the change of character, which will sort of help signal that that this sort of correction to the rally is done, this little part of it, and that we might be a chance to then go on and take out these highs, but we're not there yet. Energy fuels, we don't really have it because we made this sort of fresh low here, even though we're pushing away, and we have teased through these tops that we set earlier, but this doesn't look hugely definitive to me at the moment. I'd probably just look at this and sort of look at this fifth. There's a bit of a gap here that we need to come up and get. So this isn't showing the characteristics yet. I'd want to see that, that sort of thing. We haven't got it yet. We did make this fresh low, but we've moved away from it. You can just see how it's just come into sort of this little band here. And it's just held for now and it's pushed back. So that's okay. The volume sort of picked up a little bit. Thursday was a good day. Thursday surprised me in the uranium space because it pushed quite well against the overall market, which is not looking tremendous at the moment. So, I would think that probably just this gap is just where we want to look for to see if we can get up there and get some sort of interaction with that space. And like I said, if we can just get, the structure's not forming out very well at the moment, but I'm just looking for a higher high and a higher low. And just looking at Cameco, and it's kind of doing it too, right? Like it's come up, it's pulled back, and then it's made another high. So we do have that general pattern going in. A little bit indecisive at the end of the week, but I'm not surprised because there's definitely a risk-off sentiment going through the market, but whether or not this is, a zone that's been properly tested yet, I don't think there's enough there to say that at the moment. But just looking at it, we are sort of 50% of the way back. We just shied away from it. So we really want to see this cleared. And just to me, in the short term, I just want to see it sort of come up above the 61.8 and sort of get back into this little chop range that we had here, but we're not there. The volume, once again, is not. Even though, again, on Thursday we had some good volume, we had a great pump here on Tuesday, and we have cleared this to a degree, but we just want to see this move away a bit quicker. So we do have the change of character, but not definitive yet. UEC is being a little bit tricky because we're still sort of rejecting this zone, even though we do have this sort of change of character going in, but we haven't really definitively broken that top yet. But I think if we can break through this, then it's not going to be much of a stretch to challenge that, and that will play into the way I'm still looking at it in an Elliott sense, that this is some sort of four wave going, and it could be a triangle at this stage. It's. You could surt of say that we've got a pattern here, even though you've got this, that we're getting smaller swings. So maybe we get this to make an A, B, C, D, E, and then we can go on. But we're not there yet. So, you know, even though this is starting to trend, which is good, it's just not quite definitive enough for me yet. You know, we just got to take this out. But I think, like I said, because these peaks are so close to the top, that we get through this, and you know, we can charge on and make those new highs that we've been talking about. But of course, that comes with the bigger picture, where, you know, if we get one more high, then I think it's big decision time. So when we come over here to the Sprott uranium miners, this one doesn't look as good, because this you could almost argue that we've still got a downtrend in place, and we don't want to come down here, because if we start coming down like that, then you know, you can just see the pattern of lower highs, lower lows. So I think it goes without saying that we really just need to come up here and challenge through that to stop this pattern that we've got going in. So, you know, I just want to see, I'd want to see a change of character off this low here. So what I want to see is you know, for us to come down, hold this, and then break through that top. I mean, I think that goes without saying. But the volume's picked up here, you know, just towards the end of the week, so that's a better sign. But yeah, there's a bit more water to go under the bridge here. So I think we just basically got to hope that this Sprott Physical Uranium Trust is the bellwether, and that this can push up and take out the high. I don't really have a change in my bigger view. I'm still viewing this as some sort of wave 4, but certainly the way this is pushed back would lead me to think, well, you know, when you talk about impulses, well, that looks like a pretty impulsive rip. Now, whether or not that's just part of the overall correction, I mean, obviously I don't know. We can't really tell yet. But, you know, just the general swing structure of the market makes me think, yeah, this is a good one to watch, especially to take out this high as a good bellwether for the rest of them. I mean, if this starts taking out the tops and the others start lagging, well, we'll have to dissect what that means. But I think at this stage, this is going to be your key for the week, the top of the Physical Uranium Trust. Let's see if we can break that out. But I'll just finish up with a caveat on everything, and that, of course, is just the S&P, which is still, even though we're back outside the big overall trend that we kind of held onto it here, but we've closed, you know, a pretty nasty note for the week, and this black line is the 200-day moving average. So we've closed below that, which we haven't done since when was the last time we closed below? March. So it's been a good run, but this trend to me still looks in place. Now, you know, whether or not this is going to end up becoming a 1, 2 and then another 1, 2 as we come down for 3, only time will tell. But, you know, I just think that, you know, since we've hit this peak in July, I mean, it's just a pretty clear downtrend, and, you know, we take these lows out, and, you know, we're not that far away, and it's not going to take a lot to get through there. If something goes wrong in the Middle East this weekend, you know, to come down here, and even, like I've been saying, if this was going to be an impulse, then I would expect the downtrend to accelerate through this trend channel like that. So, you know, I mean, make your own judgments, but that's three pretty heavy down days, and we're coming in to test some pretty major support here. So whether or not we bounce out of here and then, you know, continue on our merry way, only time will tell. But just as it sits here and now, that doesn't look super good to me. And of course, I've pointed this out before as well, but I really don't like the look of this, Russell. The fact that we've had this rally, we've come down, we've triangulated, and now we just looks like we're going to fail again. So I think the point being that the overall market doesn't look good. So whether or not that's going to halt the uranium rally, time will tell. But like I said, Thursday was a pretty good day in terms of, you know, it was a weak day in the market, but the stocks held up pretty well. And even today, you know, you could make a point that, you know, it wasn't a great day for the market overall, but, you know, the uranium stocks held up pretty well. So will that continue next week? Well, only time will tell. So that's it for this week. I don't really have anything more to add. Nothing really changes for me. So yeah, I mean that's it. We've just got to see what happens. But until we can solidify that change of character and then look for those for one more high. Then we'll just have to wait and see. So just keep your plans in place. If you want to get out, you can always get back in, of course. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.